It's time to take a look at the Quest 3, and in today's video we're going to take a full deep dive what games you should be playing to experience the Quest 3 in its glory. Well, don't worry, a bunch of developers have put in brand new updates, making their games run buttery smooth and look incredible on the Quest 3. And in today's video we're going to cover a bunch of games that you can jump into to experience it right now, as well as a few to keep your eye on as they have updates coming in the very near future. First off, we have Into the Radius. This is one of the best survival games in virtual reality, and not only did it already look freaking amazing in the Quest, but now it's going to look even better as they're doing a visual overhaul, making this game run smoother, look better, and of course play even nicer. So this is definitely one to have on your radar if you're looking for a survival game to jump back into and something just to experience the Quest 3 in all its glory. Next up is a no-brainer with Red Matter 2. This game is already an absolute visual marvel on every device it ever touches, but they had to go and push it just a little bit further. And I can tell you after experiences for myself, this is insane. It looks almost like a PC VR game, but running on your Quest. It's worth jumping back in there just to experience this, and quite frankly, if you haven't played Red Matter 2, this is one to add to your library anyway, because it's a flipping dope puzzle solving exploration game with a little bit of action added in to the mix too. Next up, if you want to feel like Spider-Man in VR, it's Resist. This game is freaking dope. They just did a huge visual overhaul for the PC VR side of things, and now they're doing one as well for the Quest, bringing it up, making it look even better. This game is freaking amazing. There's a ginormous city that you get to venture around with your web slinging abilities, essentially grappling hooks, but let's be honest, it makes you feel like Spider-Man. On top of that, you get some dope guns and a freaking sick story that will lead you through for hours upon hours of gameplay. This is definitely one to check out because the city just looks so much better with enhanced graphics, so make sure you be checking this out as it's flipping dope. Next up, get ready to become a secret agent because it's Aspire 2. This is actually good for two reasons, but to start off with, the main game is getting a huge visual overhaul, making it look even better than it did before. This is actually super cool because the game actually suffered from one of those things, which was the lack of power of the Quest 2. Now, with the Quest 3, we've got all of those things there making this look amazing. But on top of that, this also has an incredible mixed reality mode that's in the game for free. So if you already own this game, that alone is enough of a reason to jump back in there. I actually have a video covering this coming out later this week, and honestly, it's a freaking dope experience, so make sure you go check out the Aspire MR. As well, you can turn your house into an experience in itself, in your own home. Hubus, yet another already visually stunning game. Now it's gonna look even flipping better, and let me tell you, the draw distance and everything like that in this game now with this new visual overhaul looks amazing. Now, while I didn't want to cover any of these games individually to go back into them, I do want to support them on lists like this, so let me know if you want to see any other list videos. But anyway, check out Hubus because this is a freaking dope game anyway, and it just looks amazing with the new visual overhaul. First Encounters. This has got to be one that you jump into almost first. It's the preloaded game that's already on the headset, and it's definitely one to show your friends and family. In this, you're going to transfer your room into, well, an action scene, as you'll see a huge UFO smash through your ceiling, and then of course a bunch of little furry critters breaking down your walls and trying to attack you. You're going to have to take them out with some cool guns, and honestly, I had an absolute blast playing this the few times that I have, and demoing it to other people. A load of people have enjoyed it, so very, very cool, and just a cool experience to really experience what MR is all about. Next up is Demeo. Demeo has got a mixed reality mode added into it, as well as a hand tracking mode, so this is one to check out because honestly, it's kind of one of the ones that blew me away the most when I transitioned from VR into mixed reality, where it adds like posters, pictures to your walls, even hangs a little dangly dragon down from the ceiling. Really, just a very cool experience. Demeo's already a freaking dope game, but with this added into the top of it, it just makes it the next level of very cool. And again, something to experience in your Quest 3 that you simply can do in other headsets, but doesn't look as good and isn't in color pass-through. So to remember. Now, if you're musically inclined or you just want to learn a bit about music, well, Piano Vision is here, dropping today. This game is actually really cool. I was surprised because I put this on expecting to turn it off within 5 minutes, ended up spending about an hour and a half just playing the piano. Well, it teaches you everything, it teaches you how to play it. You can overlay it on top of an actual piano. If you have like a keyboard at home, you can overlay it on top of that. Or if you're like me and you just have a desk, well, you can overlay it on that as well. So you can just tappity tap on your desk, learn how to play the piano, and transfer those skills to real life where you'll actually learn how to play the piano. pretty dope. Not the most action-packed experience, but nonetheless very cool. Up next we have Guardians Frontline. This is a unique sci-fi shooter that is getting a massive overhaul in the sense that now it's going to look freaking dope. Again, I'm going to be covering this on the channel very soon because I completely missed this when it dropped, and now I'm going to get a chance to jump back in there just to check it out and also to check out the dope new graphics overhaul on this, plus a bunch of new missions and cool stuff added to it. Well, this is a unique sci-fi shooter where you get to go in and have the feeling of like a Halo-esque shooter whilst, you know, kicking some butt and joining some friends on the battle. So this is really one to keep your eyes out on. Again, if you already own it, jump back in there, re-experience this with a new graphics overhaul, and it's just some way to experience what the Quest 3 has to offer. Next up, we have some honourable mentions. Things like Saints and Sinners is getting a huge graphical overhaul. This is honestly amazing. Just looking at the difference between these two here, it's literally night and day. I cannot wait to dive back into this and re-experience it. As we all know, it never looked the best on the Quest 2, but now it's going to look freaking amazing. So I'm really excited for this. Breaches has also announced that they're going to be doing an overhaul to their graphics, so we don't know a lot about what that's going to look like yet, but it still is something very exciting because, well, it's a dope game. The PC version of this looks incredible, and now the Quest version is going to step up to that notch and look just as flipping dope. So very excited to see what they do with that. Last but by no means least, we have Swordsman on the list. Swordsman only dropped on the Quest just a little while ago, and now it's already getting a massive graphic overhaul for the Quest 3. This is going to be the best way to experience this, and of course it's just going to run even better because of that overhead that's on the Quest anyway, and with the visual enhancement it's going to look even doper. So definitely one to go and experience if you want to feel the thrill of a realistic sword fight. This is already a high recommend from me, and of course on top of that it's going to look even better in a Quest 3. So if you're looking to experience all of these games and just really get the best out of your Quest 3, then these are my recommendations for you to go and jump into and experience for yourselves. I have a whole list of ideas that I want to transfer into videos about the Quest 3, about the games and mixed reality experiences you can have in this, but I would love to hear from you. So if you have any suggestions of videos that you would like to see me produce, well, leave them in the comments down below and I will do my best to answer these in video form and actually make these things come to life off the back of the community suggestion. So your guys' decisions truly does make a difference. Let me know, smash like, subscribe, all of that jazz, and I'll catch you in the next video.